Hi, this is Julie at Love's Beginning with a message called Light Up the Path. Time is really stretchy. Truly, time isn't, as in it doesn't exist. But given into the hands of spirit, time loses all of the rigidity that you still believe it needs to have. Consider how perceived structures in time and space seem to lend order and safety and predictability to your experience. Consider how there seems to be a need for these structures to be solid, immovable, and reliable. Now consider fluid, that which flows. Think of what you can allow, and look upon the opportunity to allow all perceived as separate elements of time and space to come under the control of what is real, under the control of the constant and never-ending extension of love. In your perception, all, seen as bodies, are subject to the limits of time. All, seen as bodies, are subject to the limits of space. Now look at all prior to the body experience. Is light subject to time? Is love subject to space? Time and space result from an unloving thought, but you remain perfectly safe. As you and all are, you are prior to this unloving thought, which never had any reality. Time and space have simply been a detour into the unreal. Time can never be real, no matter how much you want it to be. Space can never be real, no matter how much you want it to be. In the effort to make time and space real, you have attempted to blot out love and light. This is impossible. You can never blot out entirely what is real, and you would never want to, since all of your happiness resides in that which is real. You reside within that which is real forever. Any feeling of distress is simply your attempt to make time and space real. You are prior to time and space, so it would be silly to keep trying to make yourself subject to what you have imagined. You are one with that which is inevitably allowed to take over the illusion of time and space, using it as a pathway of light toward home. Whenever there is a feeling of disturbance, you have woken up to the fact that you are attempting to use the illusion of fear, to keep the illusion of fear. Prayer is an appropriate response to this, not because you have done anything wrong or anything has gone wrong. You pray simply because you notice you have become willfully caught up in illusion. You go in. You find your willingness to allow what is real to guide you in all things. Prayer is not a pleading. It's simply staying in the setting that allows you to be guided by what truly loves you and all. It's simply the willingness to recognize that you are and forever have been joined in love with the light that all are. Prayer is a meeting place with everyone's true self. Would you like to have the most productive meeting ever, with the most effective and beneficial consequences for all? Then go into prayer, into meditation, just inward for a moment, where you meet with all, guided by the power all are, and benefiting equally from your recognition that you are and always have been one. Does the Creator worry about time? No. Then none of the extensions of the Creator need to worry about time. If you find that you are worried about time, go in. Going in only takes a moment of what you perceive to be your day. It only takes a breath. This small reset, repeated many times each day, when you can feel that you are trying to make the illusion real, does much to light up the pathway home, the pathway to peace, visible and easy to navigate for all. So go in, light up the path. A pathway made visible for all is a pathway made visible for you. It is impossible to help those you call other without helping yourself. Instead of relying upon time as a solution, saying it's only a matter of time, you can see it like this. It's only a matter of now. It's only a matter of perception. In any moment of disturbance, you can go into the now. You can allow your perception to be transformed by what is real. You can allow your path to become visible. Time thoughts are nightmare thoughts. You can let the nightmare go. You may still be given time-related instructions, but they won't have the heaviness of the nightmare thoughts that tell you as a separate one to attempt to control and utilize time for ends that only belong to the separate self of suffering. It is the same for space thoughts. It is safe to give up the idea of you as a separate one attempting to do anything. It is safe to rest in quiet until your pathway becomes apparent to you. It is safe to stop confusing action until your heart's calling sings to you and you arise and follow it without struggle. Your heart's calling is here, now. We promise that it will sing. By heart's calling, we mean the clear and simple calling of this moment. It's not a calling that the ego can control. Your heart's calling can have you taking out the garbage. You realize that it is the appropriate moment, and you do it. We're not talking about the ego's grand vision for the big thing you should be, or the small thing you should keep shrinking into for safety. Your heart's calling simply tells you and makes it easy for you to follow. And that is why we ask you to go in. Just a moment, and a moment, and a moment. That is enough. When you recognize the glory of your heart's calling, the clear and simple calling of this moment, you never want to leave it. Time and space thoughts are familiar and repetitive. We simply ask that you give them over to what is real, not to the illusion of your torment. For example, I need more time becomes I give time to what is real and present now. These are simply patterns practiced, and patterns practiced become effortless. We ask you to practice the pattern of facing toward effortlessness so you forget to turn away from it, so you can allow effortlessness to sweep into your experience and to carry you and the light you and all are. When you are facing toward your effortlessness, you are acknowledging that this effortlessness belongs to all and is available to all right now. You cannot help yourself without helping all others without exception. Take the most powerful and direct path toward helping by always helping all and never leaving yourself out. We are here with you now, and we rejoice that this can never be changed. Thanks for listening.